A siemano, Feniks, witam. Witam. Dobra, to ciśniemy Baldurka. Sobie go w końcu skończyć. W przeciągu 2-3 miesięcy. Ciekawe, ile jeszcze mi zajdzie z nim. Szczególnie to mi się nigdzie nie śpieszy, tak prawdę mówiąc, bo mi się zajebiście w niego gra.
Best be on my way.
Is a charlatan, like every last patriarch of this wretched city.
I have something to ask.
Hush! Patriarchs are upstairs. Lord Janeth could call for me at any moment.
Sorry. These dukes are working me to the bone.
Cult army on the march, killer on the loose. And Mistress Dorenbold still drags me hither and thither.
You hear? My lady says Absolute's army's on the march. There's watchers. We'll hold the line. You best believe. That should tell you something. What?
Head up, chest out. Lord Portier could descend any moment.
It must be...
Lord, Archduke, God. I'll call Gortash what he wants. As long as Lord Chatshield pays me for all this waiting around.
Jak się nazywa ta ostatnia skrzynia, której nie otworzyłem? Czyja ona jest? Dresden. Skrzynia Dresdena. Po co mu klucz zajebać? O, jest Dresden.
At least things have stayed interesting.
How delicious.
Meaning
Let's
that in
move.
the games of generals and dukes, we're not even pawns, just dust on the board.
On tippy toes. Let's keep to the shadows. A quick front.
Lord Gortash.
Let's go.
Please make your way.
Wait, I sign up. See job.
Into the shadows.
Around.
Let's get going. All's well that ends not as bad as it could have. Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times. Light on my feet.
Who the hell if it weren't for him?
Have you seen the Tieflings at the South Gate? Elturel's exiles, cast out by the City.
Please.
You're free to explore, within reason.
I should speak up.
Look, I'm all for Gortash, but those clankers, they don't sit right with me.
Because they do your job better than you and without complaining? It is unnerving.
Hej, Kamonia, witam.
Imagine where we'd be without them. The city would be overrun. They're all that's keeping this cult at bay.
He has a point. They make people feel safe, if nothing else.
Ha! You hear this? Tell my friends how safe you feel with those metal giants stamping about.
They're a true miracle of engineering.
Ha! It'll be a miracle if they're still working in a 10-day.
Lady Alia says jump, and I jump. That's the way of things.
Lord Shattershield says Gortash won't be letting outsiders in. Good thinking, you ask me.
Bruff's babbling, no time to talk.
Rosołek? No proszę. A ja już zapomniałem, że ty w to grasz w ogóle. Kto tu mnie przeskoczył?
Soldier.
I've got a long road ahead.
Don't be shy.
No skacz. Coś tam do wykopania chyba jest. Percepcja, niepowodzenie.
Can't give up now.
Kurde no. O.
Someone's left a trap out for us. Keep your distance, darling.
No ty coś mało w to grasz, widzę. Chyba ci się nie chce, co?
Simple.
All right. What now?
To polecam, bo ta gra jest niesamowita. Mi się zajebiście w to gra. O, śmierć. To nie będę tam skakał. Chyba tyle tutaj.
I bet that'll fit in my pack.
50 godzin masz? I tak sporo. A mi ile pyknęło już w Baldurze? 97. Tak? No to widzisz, to spoko. A jest co tu robić, naprawdę. Gdzie to nas prowadzi? To może solo iść chyba też, nie? Nie musisz czekać na grupę. Czy nie bardzo? No to spoko. A ja akurat w skarbach jestem. Gdzieś mi tak najbardziej podeszła. Dosłownie można się sparzyć. Ale jajek jeszcze nie uprażyła, to jest dobrze. No to w sumie... Gdzie to nas prowadzi? Tutaj na plażę. A tutaj to ja byłem? Nie, nie byłem. To nie było mnie tutaj. Raczej mnie tam nie było na dole, nie przypominam sobie. Spróbujmy tam zejść. Chyba, że się nie da. Da się. Coś tu jest chyba zakopane. O, tędy zeszli, a ja skaczę. Dlaczego ta znowu nie chce skakać? O. można druidem się dostać po zmianie w kota. Czy w coś tam. Ciekawe, sporo sposobów jest tutaj na różne te rzeczy. Dużo rozwiązań jest. I to mi się podoba. Tutaj nic nie ma. To oni tu sobie zeszli, a ja tu skaczę jak głupi. Pewnie można normalnie... Nie, czekaj, weź to. Może tutaj będzie wejście na dach, bo tam jeden koleś mówił, że jakieś rzeczy schował na dachu. Tylko jeszcze nie wiem na którym dachu. Poza zasięgiem. Nie mam tej, kurde. Telekinezy. Chyba. Miałem amulet, znaczy pierścień telekinezy, ale chyba go sprzedałem. I teraz by się kuźwa przydał. Nie ma zwoju? Ja to chyba ten pierścień odkupię. Tylko komu ja go sprzedałem?
Keep a blade close. Someone there?
Komu ja sprzedałem ten pierścień?
Watch the shadows.
Ostatnio posprzedawałem wszystkie zielone itemki. A może go nie sprzedałem? Już nie pamiętam.
What do you need?
Chyba go jednak O, jest. Pierścień Gina.
Short father, less.
Moving.
What do you need?
Albo on się czasami może przydać, wiesz, do podnoszenia takich rzeczy, do których nie ma dostępu. Ja sobie zapomniałem o tym i go sprzedałem. Ten się tu patrzy, ale teraz...
Too easy. Over here.
Yes, but they were Gondians, which makes him the inventor. How about we settle on the Gondians?
Też można, nie? Tylko że on czasami jak nie ma dostępu, to nie wszystko weźmie. Na przykład rośliny czy nie przeciągnie, nie? Tej, która rośnie.
Have a lot on my mind and, well...
Czekaj, no. Dlaczego nie chcę tego zabrać? Dziwne. Wydawało mi się, że tą rękę można podnieść.
Seems you've crossed the wrong threshold. Time to defend yourself.
Gdzie on tam pobiegł? Astarion gdzieś. Aha, to Astarion mi pobiegł gdzieś. Dobrze. Ale ta łapka się przydaje do innych rzeczy. Tak czy inaczej ja sobie ją zabiorę.
Over there.
Że ten Astarion mi się tam wpierdzieli, nie będę go dodawał, bo on pójdzie mi właśnie tam, gdzie nie powinien, ale niech na mnie zaczeka przy tej jaskini. Dobra, niech tu czeka. Gdzie to mnie zaprowadzi? Myślę, że na dach. Albo inne. No, tylko że nie mam Astariona teraz przy sobie znowu. Ciekawe. Dobra, musi tu przyjść.
Subtle steps.
Jak poza zasięgiem? Aha.
hardly a challenge.
Still breathing, despite everything. On my way.
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a cell.
Czyli tutaj nie można wchodzić.
This way. I'll just help myself. Very well then.
A już wiem dlaczego. To jest ta sala audiencyjna.
Like a wraith. Time for discretion. Silent as the grave. Quick step. Very, very quiet. Watch your back. A trap. Someone doesn't like visitors. Neither seen nor heard.
There's a high price for
Jak on mnie
trespassing
kurwa
around
zobaczył
here.
za tymi
It
skrzyniami?
appears you're about to pay it.
Dobra, może na razie nie będę tu wchodził. Może tu będzie dostęp do tego miejsca później. Jest otworzone. Idziemy stąd. Ale będę musiał z nim pogadać tak czy inaczej. Może wtedy będę mógł pochodzić tutaj. Chyba że tu wszystkich pozabijać. Zobaczymy. Jaki będzie układ z nimi. I gdzie oni kurwa poszli? A bo już myślałem, że do środka.
I'll give it a shot.
Don't burn yourself.
No tutaj to ja byłem, tylko ten od środka. No, ciekawe. Można się w taki sposób dostać. Wtedy nie widziałem tego murku tam od środka. Nie zwróciłem uwagi na niego.
Master Porter, I've taken the liberty of... Oh, you're not the master. Just as well.
Should mind my step. Very well.
His army won't be causing trouble for Volgart. Lord Porter
big day, big day. Can hardly contain myself.
No, zajebiste emocje.
Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Never thought I'd live to see the day.
What's up for discussion?
Please, not now. Please.
Don't like the look of this Gartash fellow. But don't you tell him I said that.
Silence! I don't want to miss a single word.
Rzutnik granatów, ciekawe.
A proud day for the Flaming Fist, and for all of Baldur's Gate.
Do mind your manners.
I beg your pardon, but have some decorum.
Stand down, villain. In the name of the Steel Watch, aggressive action will not be tolerated in the presence of the patriarchs of this proud city. Correct your tone, citizen.
Dearest patriarchs, but a moment. I must greet a most honored guest. My friend, forgive the cold welcome. My Steel Watchers are eager watchdogs, for the good of the people, I'm sure you understand. Lord Enver Gortash at your service. I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that nether stone that you carry. Ah, and my old friend, Karlach. It's no wonder your victory was so decisive. It's lovely to see you again, darling.
I'm sure it is.
We'll catch up once we've covered more pressing matters. Thorm's Netherstone, more to the point. You know, it takes all three to control the brain. Without Thorm's, it's become vexingly willful. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the Crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
hang on. We're at a strategic disadvantage here. Better to take down those machines, then rip Gortash's throat out.
Sage advice. My steel watchers take unkindly to threats, no matter how hollow. You're of little use to me, dead. But dead is exactly what you will be if you arouse the ire of my steel watch. Tut tut. So much potential gone to waste. Watchers! The Absolute's assassins walk among us.
To chyba nie był dobry pomysł. No, ja bym powiedział, że to był chujowy pomysł.
Magnificent.
Let's go. Want another?
Nie, to nie ma sensu. Przyjdzie czas na niego. Te machiny rzucają granaty, widzę. To by można było je podnosić i tymi granatami rzucać. Dużo życia odbierają tym robotom, ale szukamy innego rozwiązania.
Another step forward.
Yes, but aggressive action will not be correct your
I understand. We'll cap the quick next. Not the.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for.
The likes of you stand to benefit from the likes of me. There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. But she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, she'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the 3 are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not,
jak coś, to zawsze można go zabić później.
we need not honor it.
Let's be allies.
said the viper to the frog.
So Ketherick was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise. But you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketherick and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A doppelganger in our camp. That sounds all too believable.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the...
Może to ta dziewczynka z kotem, co przyszła do obozu.
Orin is elusive, shall we say. The grip of the steel watch may be tight, but sand still slips through its fingers. Some conflicts are best resolved quietly. The people are cattle, obedient until panicked. It's not, but it will not follow new orders unless the Netherstones are united to give the command. When it finishes executing its current orders, it will be free to do as it wishes. That will be bad for everyone. Once it is freed from its shackles, I doubt we'll ever be able to bring it under control again. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketherick Thorn. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute god. The faithful will do anything in the name of their god. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that.
Kurwa, jak teraz do tego dialogu wrócić? Co to się stało? Cholera, no. Gość jest pojebany, jego trzeba odjebać. Ale to za chwilę, jak się uporam z tymi metalowymi dziadami.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully...
What a shame to refuse the power of a god. Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. Who
is she?
I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
Let this be a warning. Orin is the spark in a powder keg. We make an alliance, or the city is made ash. I will give you time to reconsider.
Tread carefully. Remember, you must do what it takes to survive, even if it means striking a deal with the enemy.
Dziękuję i też życzę miłej gry. A na pewno będzie, bo gra jest zajebista. Trzymaj się do następnego.
Oh, but I most certainly am not. Now, come, be witness as I make history as the first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. Then allow me to peek it for you.
Your brain twists and stretches under the Watcher's gaze. The pain almost brings you to your knees before fading.
You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Ciekawe, czy jakbym najpierw poszedł do tej fabryki i wyłączył te machiny, a później to przyszedł i go zajebał, jakby to się potoczyło.
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent?
Don't. You will only invite his ire and your own death.
A traitor's words. She means to fracture this council.
Watchers to arms. The war of the Absolute has begun.
ma w ogóle jakąś ochronkę. Ten mi tu stoi w przejściu.
Gods, it's hot in here.
Ciekawe, czy ja mu mogę coś odebrać. Mhm. Spróbuję to później przejść. Najpierw bym te roboty jakoś wyłączył.
Swift as my feet can carry me. Better not be cursed.
Chyba, że nie można. Że trzeba będzie brać udział w tym, zanim się pójdzie na miasto. Ale to się okaże.
If it isn't little Will's chums. I hope he hasn't been too much trouble. Heard about his father. The dead Three's puppet. A travesty, really. He's upstairs in Worm's Rock, ordaining Gortash as Archduke. A splendid shindig, I hear. Perfect for crashing. Go on up. We'll talk after. And bring the pup along, if you can. I'd hate for him to miss the fun. Go on up. Pay Gortash a visit. A fate to remember, I guarantee.
Ponoć straszne spadki FPS-ów są w tym mieście. No to już widać po czasie ładowania. Larian pracuje nad tym. Odlewnia Stalowej Straży.
How much farther can I go?
Don't distract me. It's all I can do to stay balanced. Yes, I stole a purse from the evidence room. It was stupid, and I swore to Blaise Portier I'd never do it again. Ever. I have to stand on one leg until she believes me. I'm sorry, all right? It was the spur of the moment. And I'm sorry.
Basilisk Gate Barracks.
I want to have a word.
If you're here to report something, don't bother. The Fist don't give a damn.
The thugs are getting bolder. My husband's been mugged twice this month, if you can believe it. You be safe out there. Can't trust a damn soul.
If you have a problem, speak to one of the other Fist. A rabid warg organised this inventory, judging by the mess they've left me.
I am never sleeping on duty again.
Distract the gauntlet, will ya? I think she's set on killing me.
About time. The Manip assured me a builder would come around a 10-day ago, and hold it. You're not the builder. Which means I've got no use for you. I need someone with a little more know-how. Hooligans at the Mermaid have been using my shutters for target practice. And that's not the half of it. I've had to replace the same window 3 times now, not to mention the mess they've made of my front door. Now either you learn to fix my broken shutters, or you wag your tongue elsewhere.
Keep crime reports short. Do not waste our time with frivolous issues.
Even guards know up around Softy. He's in charge of the Fist.
Raven Guard had trained the Fist properly.
That won't draw any attention. Moving ahead.
Hey, good looking. Behave yourself, yeah? I'd hate to see someone as pretty as you in cuffs.
Kindly lower your voice, madam.
Cooking as fast as I can. Those Fists have got bottomless bellies, I swear.
For who?
Torture!
Better be cautious.
Told you about 8 times now.
Your daughter is missing.
Yes.
If not over, then through.
How many times do I need to say it? You sent word about a lead, said that I should come see you about it.
Of course, madam. Let me just... Forgive me, why are you here?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing.
No to ta co w obozie z kotkiem jest.
Useless Fist said had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said
Chyba.
she was taken from a tavern?
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Co tam było? Rzut na wiedzę mnie interesuje.
Out of sight. Out of mind.
Told you about 8 times now. What a Magra!
Forgive me. What was her name?
Is this some kind of sick joke? Do you have any idea what I've been through these past few days? My daughter Vanra, my little girl, she's missing. This stupid, useless fist said she had a lead, but she must have been stuck in Dream Mist or something.
Madam, tell me. You said she was
You catch?
Yes.
Oh.
The blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening? Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
A może faktycznie ja bym z nim pogadał, z tamtym, ale już skończę tą rozmowę, bo mi powie o kimś w obozie i wtedy bym poszukał tego. Na początku w układ można z nim wejść, a później i tak zrobić po swojemu. Chyba tak zrobię. Kurwa. Dziewiętnastka albo 20 musi wypaść.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening? Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening? Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100 times. Why aren't you listening?
Kurwa, co takie małe wypadają? No ja pierdolę. No, chuj, ja pogadam najpierw z Gortaszem. Doprowadzę tą sprawę tam do końca.
Yes, the blushing mermaid down by the docks. I told you 100.
A później będziemy to robić po swojemu. I tak będzie najlepiej.
At the ready.
Kinspeople, Baldur.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
I don't want to put you in harm's way either. I'll wait for now. But that prick is going to pay.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colorful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little
A
friend.
to tu jest inny dialog, jak się podejdzie od tej strony. Ciekawe.
I understand. Congratulations.
Z boku jak się podchodzi jest inna rozmowa, a tam od wejścia centralnie jak się idzie jest jeszcze inna. Czy przynajmniej początek jest inny. Fajny bajer.
Kinspeople, Baldurians, and dearest Duke Ravengard, thank you for joining me on this exceptional day.
It's him. Gortash. This is it. I can practically taste his blood from here.
The tiefling is letting her passions get the better of her. The situation is delicate. Do not be swept up in her emotions.
I don't want to put you in harm's way either. I'll wait for now. But that prick is going to pay.
A moment, please, my friends. An old acquaintance has come to pay her respects. Please, Karlach, come and say a proper hello.
My respects! You're lucky I've agreed not to shove my boot up your...
Ah, how I've missed your colorful turns of phrase. We must catch up just as soon as I've had words with your little friend. As for you, I understand congratulations are in order. Thorm's defeat hasn't gone unnoticed. You're known for who you are and for that netherstone that you carry. The quakes are a clear warning. If nobody steps in soon, it'll free itself from the authority of the crown. I expect it'll start with turning the Sword Coasts infected. You among them. That prism of yours won't last indefinitely. Next, the grand design. The Mind Flayer Empire reborn. If we're lucky, we'll become slaves. If we're unlucky, well, not the most thrilling of prospects, but it's a fate that can be avoided. If you and I come to an understanding, together we can still restore authority over the brain.
Of course. Gortash always did have an eye for opportunity.
There's an old wisdom. A brittle alliance can never be mended. It can only break. With Ketheric gone, Orin proved treacherous. Baal's chosen wants the Netherstones for herself. She only cares for blood. And your blood and mine are of particular interest to her. You've met her assassins. Efficient killers, by all accounts. I know you survived previous encounters. But she won't relent. Orin changes shape faster than you and I change clothes. You know, she's tricked you before. She's targeted me as well. I'm well protected, but she's extremely good at what she does. If Orin obtains all 3 Netherstones, She'll plunge the coast into chaos and paint the city in blood. I can't let that happen. I want to lead this city to glory, not scorch its earth. I'd like to propose a pact, a divine oath sworn upon spirit and flesh. I do no harm to you, nor you to me. Furthermore, you'll have nothing to fear from my steel watch while our pact stands. Thorm's stone is yours to keep. When you slay Orin and take her stone, you bring it here, so the three are united once again. Together we rule Faerun as kings. No, more than kings. Gods. We rule as the Absolute. What do you say? Shall we be allies?
I can detect no deceit. This alliance could serve us well. And if it does not, well, we need not honor it.
Let's be allies, said the viper to the frog.
So Ketheric was ready to betray our alliance too. I can't say it comes as a surprise. But you should know this. I initiated this plot. I brought Ketheric and Orin together to create the Absolute. They knew this would only work if we stood united and coordinated our powers. Their ambition blinded them to reason. I don't suffer the same affliction. In short, you can trust me.
Gortash's eyes blink in a consistent rhythm. He stands calmly, confidently. He fully intends to share his kingdom with you.
Perhaps a demonstration of why you need my help will motivate you to make the right decision. Your camp is compromised. One among you is an imposter, a faceless. Who, I can't say. I'd suggest a thorough investigation. You'll find I speak the truth.
A shapeshifter? It could be anyone. I mean, it's not me, but it could be anyone else.
The faceless in your camp is like a knife at your throat. Remove it quickly, or any alliance between us would be exceedingly short-lived. Even horror has a home. Find her nest and slay her there. For all its charms, Baldur's Gate has long had a cancer at its heart. A hidden temple devoted to Baal. That's where Orin became what she is, where she worshipped and schemed. And now, it's where she hides from my watchers, when she's not spilling blood in the streets. You're resourceful. I trust you'll sniff it out. If the trail goes cold, follow the bodies. First, Orin the Red, bloody dagger of Baal, causes panic in the streets through killings in the Absolute's name. Next, the threat of the Absolute's monstrous armies formed by Merkel's general, Ketheric Thorm. In such circumstances, people crave strong leaders. Leaders that bring law, order, and protection. Leaders like me, Bane's unyielding hand, author of justice. You are soon to witness the people of Baldur's Gate granting me complete power over them, all out of fear of the Absolute. Next, we will declare curfew and begin infecting the masses. Our subjects will hear the voice of their absolute God. The faithful will do anything in the name of their God. Our tyranny, and we are saviors, defenders of the Sword Coast. Our loyal subjects will love us, not hate us. What comes next will be entirely their fault. Powerful connections. Let's leave it at that. Soon. First, come and be witness as I make history. The first Archduke of Baldur's Gate. You will follow me, and you will show due respect. Distinguished dukes, patriarchs, dearest Ravengard, I will heed your call. A new chapter begins.
Enver Gortash, swearest thou by Balduran's blade to defend the citizens of Baldur's Gate from enemies within and without?
I swear.
Swearest thou true faith and fealty to the same, by word, deed, and decree, so that none may suffer?
I swear.
Gathered guests, grant ye consent? Enver Gortash, the Council appoints you Archduke of Baldur's Gate.
My friends, the Steel Watch stands ready. Let its blade fall on any who would diminish our city. And you, honored guest, will find me in my office above when you return. Do not come empty-handed.
So there you have it. Lord Enver Gortash in all his glory. What did you make of him? Not if I get to him first. How could all these people cheer for him like that? Can't they see what a chance he is? And they expect these big metal monsters to tuck them in at night while the Absolute knocks on the gates. If only they knew the truth. The Dead Three orchestrated all of this. And it's working. I wish this city, the people running it, were smarter than me. Gortash isn't their salvation. He's the monster at the gate.
Przejdzie na niego czas.
Ravengard, you would give up the
Przejdzie miejsce i czas.
Bathed in her light.
There is a fleeting connection. Your parasite communes with his, then falls quiet.
Have you come to behold the new dawn? What is a hero, if not an actor for the greater good? Faerun suffers in darkness. Tyr has abandoned us. Helm's Eye has strayed. But Baldur's Gate will soon burn bright, a beacon to light the heavens. Gortash and I will ignite the final spark, and that, true soul, is the greatest of goods.
Dearest Karlach, I'd busy myself finding Orin if I were you. I'll still be here for any unfinished business once you've secured your camp.
That's it? That's all you have to say to me?
Were you hoping for something else? A word of wisdom? A hug?
Thanks to you, I don't hope for things anymore. I just take whatever it is I want. See you soon, motherfucker.
You most certainly will.
Don't touch me. A new age is upon us. One step at a time. Gods have mercy on those who stand in our way. Leave no trace. What can we rescue? Delightful. Let's be quick.
Let's move.
Since I last donned my armor, may need some minor adjustments.
Trust no one.
Pardon me for saying
Tread
this,
lightly.
Jew, but do the people require such a heavy hand?
The people demand it. Is a Baldurian truly free? He fears for his future. Just like old times. So.
And if the steel watch can't
Looking ahead.
Authority.
O,
We identify all enemies within our walls and within our.
Rogata opłata. Rogata opłata. Ta.
Enemies within? What do you mean? Traitors, courtier. Any who dare speak ill. Watch your back. Into the shadows.
Pardon me for saying this, Jew, but do the people require?
Ciekawe, czy teraz będę mógł tu chodzić wszędzie? Możliwe. Bo on mówi, że tamci nie będą mnie atakować, ci rycerze jego. Ale to się okaże za chwilę. Czy będę mógł tu chodzić, czy nie? Jakby na czerwono jest dalej.
Can't slow down.
Ale zobaczymy.
Is a Baldurian truly free? But he fears for his future.
Let's have a look.
No, mogę chodzić spokojnie.
Not everyone subscribes to what is mine is
Ale nie
yours.
tak, widzę. Mogę przejść, ale nie mogę otwierać drzwi. Czy no powiedzmy, że nie mogę.
Is a Baldurian truly free when he fears for his future?
of use.
Ktoś tu nie
This is a restricted area. Time to explain yourself, or this guard will be restricting you to a
No
cell.
ale jak? Przechodziłem obok niej.
Seems you've crossed the wrong threshold. Time to defend yourself.
Dance macabre.
A to dalej wszyscy na mnie idą. To nie, to później będę to zwiedzał. Jak się uporam z tą strażą właśnie. Idę poszukać tego szpiega w obozie.
With haste.
Keep those feet moving.
Mam pewne podejrzenia.
Let's march. Look where he did it. Hey. Lending ear?
But please, don't look at me.
Never a dull moment.
I brought my own paring knife. Now I just need some ingredients, and I'm gonna make something really good, I promise.
What a day. Yes, let's. Like a wraith. It's a mild class. Nice and easy. Step quick.
Kto może być tym szpiegiem? Szukajmy może jakichś dowodów, próbując okraść ich z ciekawości.
Ready or not, don't look now. Step lightly.
Może coś przy sobie mają.
Leave no trace. A very penetrable pocket. There. Time for discretion. Go. Just like old times. Don't linger.
O. A że niby jak to jest człowiek? Ale on zmienił pozycję właśnie. Ciekawe.
Very, very quiet. A little chicanery.
You've been caught red-handed. Hopefully you're a better fighter than
Ten
you are.
posąg zmienił pozycję.
Tread carefully.
O. Teraz inaczej stoi.
On the hunt. Let's get a pass. On my way. Let's prowl. Shall we? Neither seen nor heard.
I'm afraid there's not.
Let's keep to the shadows. On tippy toes. Time for discretion. Let's keep to the shadows. Don't look now. Move unseen. Leave no trace. Go.
To może być tym szpiegiem. Ten posąg mnie zastanawia. Jakieś różne pozycje przyjmuje.
No time to rest. Need to find a way forward.
parasite binds your mind to Will's. Your memories of talking with Ravengard become his.
You spoke with my father. Incredible. To hear his voice speak those words, like a stranger wrapped in his flesh. I won't let the Absolute keep him. This is my pledge.
Our camp houses an imposter then. Say nothing. Trust no one. Not even me. This hammer. Could it be? Yes. Yes! This is how we will free the Prince of the Comet! This is the key Voss so ardently and courageously sought. That smug shkacketh of a devil stores it at his vaunted House of Hope. Our destination is clear. Our mission undeniable. We must find a way into the House of Hope and retrieve the hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use it to smash Prince Orpheus out of his prison. Mother Gith, hear my promise. Your son will rise again. The Prince of the Comet will crush the Lich Queen Vlaakith and usher in the Age of Orpheus. Voss has done his duty. Now, we will do ours.
Siemanko, Krzysztof, witam.
We must find our way to the House of Hope and take the Orphic Hammer. When we next enter the Astral Prism, we will use the hammer to break Orpheus free. It is done. There is no going back. As long as the Undying Queen reigns, I am never to soar unbound over the Astral Sea, never to cross the One in the Void. As it should be. Better a short life built on truth than immortality woven of lies. Better to unite the Githyanki under a prince who would free their minds and honor their bodies. So why do I feel so bitter?
Kurwa, no. Jest 10, to 2 musiało wypaść, ja pierdolę.
Vlaakith has upended Lae'zel's whole existence. Everything she knew to be true, every plan and aspiration she ever held has been painfully ripped away. Lae'zel's bitterness is born of sadness. She is mourning the loss of the person she once was, and can never be again.
Taki jest, panie, taki jest.
Yes. From doubt rises certainty. Orpheus, the Prince of the Comet. He is living truth, undeniable. I will have a home in Tumarath yet, and Orpheus will be the light that guides me there. I have been born anew in Gith's son, my savior. And so from the old battle cries is birthed another. Shema Salah Orpheus, ma stilna forging in Yeri. Orpheus's will above all. May the comet blaze my path forward. Orpheus's freedom is my want and my need. To deny his freedom would be to deny my own. There will come a time when I can think about myself beyond the Lich Queen who enslaves the Githyanki and the prince who would liberate them. But that time won't come until the Prince of the Comet flies again. We take the Orphic hammer from Raphael's lair. Orpheus Tafki Nazin. What about him? The historical slates describe Orpheus as a fearsome, terrible creature, powerful beyond measure and enthralled by the Geich. So mad with power, he'd smash through the Githyanki Empire and deliver the shards to his illithid masters. And glowing with such psionic force that he and his red dragon blazed a trail through the skies. A lethal comet careening towards my people. Lies, of course. Vlaakith spread a false image of Orpheus as monstrous betrayer, and her knights as the butchers who sliced him through. She was right to fear him, I'll grant her that. So great is the comet, it could shatter her reign. The Emperor may be loathsome, but it's right. Orpheus can disrupt a Geich hive mind. A talent like that makes the Prince a powerful shield and a powerful weapon. Why destroy a weapon like that, when you can contain it in a relic and keep it for yourself? A weapon is only an asset for as long as it isn't pointed at you. The means of Vlaakith's own end has been ripped away from her. Better to have Orpheus killed than to risk his escape. Better to risk the rise of illithids than let the Prince of the Comet deny her the godhood she craves. Orpheus is honor guard, loyal to the end. Trapped by Vlaakith in the same prism holding their noble prince, fruitlessly hacking at the sphere that contains him. They see us as Geich, tadpoled husks in the Emperor's thrall. I regret their deaths, but I pledge to live as they perished, in the service of Gith's son. Very well. Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. Consume all the Geich tadpoles you wish. I'm not so craven. Perhaps you... No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power. My own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power. You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers. Vlaakith's left hand and her right. Commander of all dragons, chosen of the Queen Regent. Not since Vlaakith I has a Bart to Vlaakith been anointed. Another empty promise. Only a naive fool would believe otherwise. The kind of fool I was not so long ago. It also promises to break us beyond repair. This ossified parasite does not make us more, but less. There will be ice where once there was fire. There will be a void where our souls once resided.
Tego na razie nie, bo ja jej sam nie mam zamiaru używać. Tylko te zwykłe, to i tak po dwie biorę. Żeby sobie nie zjebać mózgu za bardzo, chociaż i tak mam zryty.
Another empty promise.
Don't waste a step.
Co i tak są jakoś podświetleni.
I don't need any attention right now.
Czym ja to tak? O, już wiem, dobra.
An imposter in our camp. We must identify them. And quickly. Without trust, our fellowship is doomed to wither and die. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious. But once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you. I'm more than a bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
These boots have seen everything.
Mamy tu szpiega gdzieś. Trzeba go, kurde, znaleźć.
Hey!
Tu na razie nie.
Yes? There might be, but it's not a path I tread until we must. Let it wait until the city proper. Perhaps I'll have had a better idea by then.
Dlaczego ja jej ustawiłem, że ona ma ten hełm włączony?
So, we have a shape changer at our camp. Good luck
To
finding
będzie
her.
ten posąg,
You
tak mi się
could have anyone
wydaje.
acting strangely, but well, you know the lunatics we camp with. Oh, darling, I'm hurt. It sounds awful.
Yes? As you wish. At your command.
What to do?
Yes? You're sure?
One day I'll catch a break.
Ah, my leader.
No one stopped me yet.
A to może oni w taki sposób się wyrównują punktami doświadczenia. Ciekawe.
Alive, so that's progress. Never wanted the easy path.
Hey. Sounds boring. Oh, fine. Darling? Fuck you.
Well, well, well.
Is that blood? No, never mind.
Złoto ciężkie w tej grze. Oj, ciężkie.
Let's get going.
Ah, my favorite traveling companion. I won't lie. The thought hardly fills me with glee. Even with my newfound advantages, he's still an incredibly powerful vampire. But he's arrogant too. If he does hear I'm back, he'll try to take me and expose himself in the process. Then I'll be able to strike. It's something of a gamble, true, but if
W
I
ogóle
can
wiesz co?
win,
Zbroje w tej grze wyglądają przepięknie. W żadnej innej grze nie widziałem tak ładnych zbroi jak w tej.
So yes, I do worry about facing him. But if we can get his attention, finding the ritual's location will be much easier, and that could give me the edge I need. The thing that will decide my fate forevermore. Yes, it's been on my mind. Why? Well, in theory, it's simple.
Pięknie
Destroy
wygląda, no.
Cazador, stop ritual. That's assuming
Wszystko jest zajebiście dopracowane.
to stop the ritual. What? I've obviously thought about it. If I was the one who completed the ritual, I'd have such power. And I could walk in the sun without fear I'd turn into a mind flare. Of course, I don't even know if I could complete the ritual. It may be impossible, but it certainly is tempting.
No, to jest podejrzana sprawa, kuźwa. Jest o tyle podejrzana, że jak na niego on zmienia jakoś pozycje swoje i jak na niego kliknę, to jest człowiek. humanoid. Agent. Prawdziwy heros Baldura. Spróbujemy bronią obuchową.
Still alive, so that's progress.
An imposter in our ranks. If this is true, it could be anyone. You, me. Well, not me, I know who I am. Perhaps we shouldn't take Cortash's word for granted. But if he speaks the truth, we need to be careful. Orin could have eyes and ears on us right now.
If you're sure. Fine. All's well, I hope? Aside from... all right. All's well, I hope? Aside from the obvious. Fine. What's on your mind?
How are you holding up? Don't be so modest. I can't remember the last time I met someone like you. Perhaps I never did. And never will again.
A byłem na grzybach, panie Krzysztofie, wczoraj. I nazbierałem troszkę grzybków. Borsuk? A co ten borsuk tam kurwa robi?
Breathe deep and move.
No zaraz ci pokażę zdjęcie. Czekaj. Borsuki borsuczą? A może tak być? No, to wczorajsze zbiory. Zostawiłem sobie trochę, usmażyłem z cebulą takiego farszu i jutro pizzę zrobię, wiesz? Po południu sobie jedną pizzę z tego farszyku, z takich leśnych grzybów. A resztę sparzyłem jej na słoiki. Będę słoiki robił. No, może w przyszłym tygodniu, jak trochę czasu znajdę, to porobię sobie słoiczki. Na razie zamroziłem, sparzyłem w osolonej wodzie i zamroziłem. Ja tak w sumie co roku robię. Dopiero jak mi się większa ilość uzbiera, tak o wiesz, 3-4 wypady, nie? To później robię w słoiki. Ten posąg mnie zastanawia. Może bym pogadał z tym, co go robił. Coś mi się nie podoba w tym posągu. Tylko jak to... Jeszcze pogadam z resztą. A może piesek coś wie?
Listen.
The dog is unable to speak through the
No,
small
wpadło
bag he
troszkę
holds in
grzybków.
his mouth.
Nie, no pewnie, że tak. Później wiesz. Odmrożę sobie tamte woreczki, zrobię zalewy i powsadzam w słoiki i później do piwnicy. Tak by mi się nie chciało za każdym razem, tym bardziej, że to wiesz, i tak z roboty przy tych grzybach zawsze do wieczora siedzę.
I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. All I know is I thought of you when I saw it.
Nie, drapek nic nie wie.
I've got a long road ahead. Swift as my feet can carry me.
Fate spins along as it should.
Dost thou require a new ally? Or mayhaps a resurrection instead? The girl has left to hew her own path. She left you a letter. Thou couldst read it, or thou couldst not. Such is the way of autonomy. Hast thou other business?
Wygląda zajebiście. Ten list to ja przeczytałem, bo zostawiła też na ławce w sypialni. Znaczy, w sypialni, w szopie. No, w sumie można powiedzieć sypialnia, bo tam są posłania rozścielone. A jeszcze może w przyszłym tygodniu wyskoczę. Chciałbym trochę gąsek nazbierać, ale kurwa mi wyzbierali wszystko. Jak byłem wczoraj, to w tym miejscu, co gąski zawsze zbieram, to tam było wychodzone, ale szare jeszcze się nie pojawiły, widzę. Tylko trochę zielonych było. Na szare trzeba zaczekać. Wtedy będzie ich więcej. Bo dzisiaj zjadłem ostatni słoiczek gąsek z tamtego roku jeszcze.
If Gortash is to be believed, then even our camp isn't safe from Orin's influence. You might want to confirm the veracity of his claim, or at least clean up the mess.
Tutaj z tych dialogów to nic nie wyniknie.
A shapeshifter infiltrating our number. Like a cuckoo creeping into the nest. A dire threat, if Gortash indeed spoke the truth.
Tak, no. A gąskie to tak dopiero sobie wyskakują powoli. One tak jeszcze do końca listopada powinny normalnie być. Bo ja tak pamiętam, w tamtym roku jeszcze końcem listopada gąski zbierałem.
I have. He speaks to me during my nightly meditations. He is well. And Oliver also. At times they are one, and at others they divide. Easier for playing, perhaps. And the land thrives also. I doubt you would recognize it. Perhaps one day, you and I can both return and see it for ourselves. Only by reputation. She was present when we marched against Ketheric Thorm, but on the far end of the battle lines from where I fought. And in the chaos that ensued, well, our forces were scattered. I led some to safety, but never learned of her fate. I'm glad to hear she survived. Though in truth, I should not be surprised. She was always said to be formidable and cunning. I could have learned much from her, no doubt. No matter how long I live, I will always strive to remain a keen pupil.
Only a fool would think he could drink in all knowledge until none is left. There is always more. Nature's tapestry is infinitely complex. I cannot help but wonder how she would have handled some of the challenges I faced as Archdruid. Defended the Grove, Korga, the Shadow Druids. At least now we can benefit from her presence, and perhaps work to a common goal. Given the circumstances, you're faring as well as can be expected, I suppose. What would you like to know? I am? Trust me, it's been said. You show more restraint than most in avoiding the subject until now. Who's to say? Perhaps there's a half-orc buried somewhere in my ancestry. Or perhaps not. Sometimes I think conventional wisdom is too narrow about what someone can or cannot be. Stranger things have most certainly happened.
Mówisz? A ja też będę za chwilę kończył. Jeszcze spróbuję tym beczkami rozwalić ten posąg, co tam stoi. No, to się chyba nie uda. Zobaczymy. No dzisiaj jest przyjemnie.
It was Daniel, of course. Nature was my very first friend. I get older, but he hasn't changed a day. I knew then that I had to be more than a companion to him. I had to be a protector. You're not a doppelganger, are you? Trying to study me to learn all my secrets so you can take my place? Save for me, my line perished a long time ago. They rest in High Forest now, near the shade of the grandfather tree. The Grove became my family, with Sylvanus as my teacher. And now I have you. It was a long time ago. The wounds don't heal, but they become more bearable.
Nie, no to pewnie trzeba.
The same's true of everyone, I find. I'm 350 years old. Of course there's been others. Just because I love nature doesn't mean I'm betrothed to it. Though sometimes nature needs reminding.
Od razu się będzie lepiej spało później po takich rolkach.
Well, I didn't pick this scar up in battle. I was in wild shape. Only I forgot it was the season when bears are particularly social. A she-bear claimed me as her own and did not appreciate being spurned. Right now, I bed down alone, I'm afraid. Perhaps once I talk less of curses and parasites,
go niedźwiedzica
my fortunes
podrapała.
will improve.
To przejebane.
I suppose you wouldn't be shocked to learn I love animals and nature? I know, well-trodden territory. Well then, let's see. I whittle in my spare time? And I've
Dobra,
something
to
of a
trzymaj się,
sweet
Krzychu, i do jutra jak coś. Bo ja będę też kończył za
everyone's very
chwilę.
amused when I say I like honey. Ornaments, utensils,
Kaczki.
and ducks.
Mam takie szpitalne kaczki.
I like what I like.
Cześć,
Once you
trzymaj
get
się.
to my age, you realize there's little point in denying yourself, so long as others aren't affected. Thank me by returning the favor, why don't you? Come on. I'm sure you've something better than carving wooden ducks. Well, they are fierce creatures from what I understand. But as long as you avoid the high seas, I think you can consider yourself safe.
To nawiązanie z Krakenem to jest chyba do tego Original Sin bodajże 2, tak? 2 była na tym statku, co Kraken zaatakował? 2 chyba. Czy 1? Kurde, nie pamiętam. Dobra, to on ze wszystkimi pogada, a nie z tymi jeszcze.
Keeping very well, I hope? Look after my angel, of course. She's been through more than I can bear to think about. 100 years in the Shadowfell. 100 years being murdered by Sharans over and over. It fills me with a rage I can hardly contain. She's a formidable woman, my Aelin. But no one could escape such horrors unscathed. She's in my hands now, and I intend to help her through whatever's to come. We'll both of us stand by you when the time comes to put down the horror that threatens this city. We are your allies for life. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. Dame Aelin, daughter of the Moon Maiden herself. This was different. It was like I could see my fate in her eyes. Lucky for me, she felt the same way. But my father was skeptical. Aelin is immortal, after all. I understand it's strange. There's an imbalance between us, certainly. But I suppose loving Aelin felt the same as loving myself. It was natural. Then... and this is where I still need answers. I died. I'm not sure how, why, but all was black. Next I knew, I was being jolted awake. I smelled musty air, I saw shadows. And then my father's face. So changed. So hideously warped. He told me we'd be together now. Said Aelin was dead. I couldn't speak. Could only run. I found last light within the shadows. Made a shelter there. Prayed my father wouldn't find me. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together just enough to know I'd been dead 100 years. That my father was the source of the horrors that plagued my home. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died. The man he became, that wasn't the father I knew. The one I loved so very much. I mourn the man I knew. He was wonderful. He raised me to serve Selûne as my mother, rest her soul, had wished. He was everything to me, all my life. When an emissary of Selûne came to our little town, we were elated. This was different.
powtarza to samo.
For me, she felt the same. I understand it's strange. Then, and next I knew, I was being jolted. He told me we'd be together now. I found last light within the shadows, made a shelter there. By the time Jaheira came, I'd pieced together. He's gone now. But I suppose the man I knew died when I died.
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome. Our thoughts are as one, my friend. You must face the chosen of Bane and Baal. I will do my part to see them laid low. I am free from my bonds, but not my duty. The dead 3 are risen. The dead 2 remain. You must face them. I will help.
Jeszcze wampirem pobiegam, bo on ma to ujawnienie niewidzialnego. Może ktoś tutaj się, kurde, gdzieś w taki sposób kryje. Ale to mnie zastanawia. A tak ręką główną. Nie. Aha. Jest niepodatna na wszystkie rodzaje obrażeń. To nic to nie da chyba to, co myślę zrobić, ale... A, tu co jest? Ale spróbuję. Nie wiem tak konkretnie.
It's a fight. The consequences are hardly surprising.
At the ready.
Które to było wykrycie myśli?
What can I do for you, my friend?
Soldier?
Yes?
Come to bask in the glow of the Moon Maiden's sword? Be most welcome.
Keeping very well, I hope?
A spróbuję się przespać. Może ktoś mi będzie chciał zaatakować w nocy.
On my way.
Kanyak, your deception ends now. I shall cleave the truth from you like flesh from a doer.
Help me! She's gone mad!
To ta dziewczynka z tym kotem.
I just came to get warm. I like it here with you, and
I saw her. She slipped into camp in the form of a woman and shifted into this abomination. She tried to silence me and hide her deception.
I didn't do anything.
Gortash warned you of this. Then there is nothing left to discuss. Say your farewells, Nevukrim. Perhaps if I remove your eyes, you'll see things as they are.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you.
Time to press ahead.
Watch yourself. Pull yourself together before I pull you apart. Voss is waiting beneath the...
Have to keep going.
King, I shall...
Help me! She's gone mad!
Do not be deceived by her paltry form. This is no child. This is a shapeshifter who intends to slay us where we sleep. I saw her. She slipped into camp in the form of a woman and shifted into this abomination. She tried to silence me and hide her deception.
I didn't do anything!
Her wits are about her. She knows we outnumber her. Say your farewells, Nevukrim. Perhaps if I remove your eyes, you'll see things as they are.
Look at it, crawling and sniffing and rooting around in the filth. Is it my netherstone you seek, little piggy? Hush, hush. Orin will take care of you and your little pet. Nothing. No, not a thing. Still gasping and gagging on the foul airs of Baal's temple. I will not slice. Her kind die too easily. The Murder Lord demands a better offering. Something new, sticky, sweet, and delicious. He wants you. Silly little worm. My God is always with me. He shudders to see how my blades plunge into soft, surrendered flesh. You are dull. A blunt blade unfit to flay. But you could be sharpened, thin and jagged. Yes, I will tell you what to do. No, no, not here, not now. The tyrant must fall first.
You've heard Gortash's whispers. I see how your skull swarms with his promises. He whinges and wails over the crown of Karsus, wanting to command it without me. Oh, how I long to slit his poxy smile from ear to ear. But I can't touch him. He bound my blade when we first conspired. Gortash didn't want me at first. Didn't trust me. Got me to wag my tongue, swear an oath never to hang him from the hooks. Drip train him into father's open jaws. You must kill the tyrant. Take the Netherstone from his corpse and bring it to my temple.
There we slice and shred each other. The survivor claims the
Tam będziemy się krajać i siekać.
Is Balls.
Ładnie zjebnięta.
Agree, and I will bring my assassins to heal. They watch you always, longing to spray the crimson from your veins. Refuse me, and you'll learn what happens to those who defy Baal's doctrine. So will your friend.
Oren demands a fight to the death. The prize for the victor, the Netherstones, and the chance to control the crown alone. Accept, and you must kill Gortash. Refuse, and your companion's life may be forfeit, as might your own. Oren's assassins will hunt you like prey for slaughter.
Promise of slaughter, of pain and humiliation, and the sound of blood dropping into the gutter. Do not underestimate his steel watch. Seek their cradle in the lower city and skewer their skull meat. Make them rust and blood. Then you can gore the lordling again and again and again. But listen close, Bone Killer. Step in my domain while the tyrant still sucks air, and I will carve your failure into your pretty plaything's skull. Bring me his stone, and I will set the bait free. Only then can you and I make exquisite butchery. The victor will set the world to slaughter. That is Baal's offer. He will not make another.
Niech tak będzie.
What happened? No, I'm not. I'm not ever safe. Ever again.
No dobra, ja uciekam. Dobranoc do jutra. Trzymajcie się, papa.